budget focuses on basic amenities for all, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rajya Sabha took up motion of thanks on President Kovind's address to both houses of Parliament. Assam Cabinet sanctions more than 2,000 crore rupees for development projects in the state. Meghalaya Chief Minister Kongrit Sangma inaugurates Shillong Technology Park and Tech Digital's office in Shillong. And in semi-final of Under-19 Cricket World Cup in Antigua, India won the toss and chose to bat first. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Saraswati Singha bringing to you the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said our economy's fundamentals are strong, the direction is right, and the pace is rapid. Talking about the budget at a program organized by BJP today, Prime Minister Modi said India's economy is expanding continuously due to decisions taken by the government in the last 7 years. He said the budget focused on modernizing Indian agriculture with a focus on organic farming. He said government has decided to develop vibrant villages on India's borders with all necessary facilities. Further, budget has envisioned 2,500 kilometers long natural farming corridor along banks of River Ganga, which will also help Clean Ganga mission. Farmers are expected to get more than 1.5 lakh crore rupees as MSP for paddy this season. Prime Minister Modi said under PM Gati Shakti, thousands of kilometers of new national highways will be created.
बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आ रहा है। भारत जैसे विशाल देश को, लोकतांत्रिक देश को और इतने बड़े समाज में इतनी बड़ी विविधताओं को संभालते हुए चल रहे देश को अब दुनिया के लोग भारत को अधिक मजबूत रूप में देखना चाहते हैं। इस बजट का भी फोकस गरीब, मिडिल क्लास और युवाओं को बुनियादी सुविधाएं देने और आय के स्थायी समाधानों से जोड़ने पर है। हमारी सरकार मूलभूत सुविधाओं के सैचुरेशन पर काम कर रही है। ये समय नए अवसरों का, नए संकल्पों की सिद्धि का समय है। बहुत जरूरी है कि भारत आत्मनिर्भर बने और आत्मनिर्भर तो बने ही, आत्मनिर्भर भारत की नींव पर एक आधुनिक भारत का निर्माण हो।
The Rajya Sabha today took up motion of thanks on President Ramnath Kovind's address to both the houses of Parliament. The motion was moved by BJP MP Geeta Alias Chandraprabha, who said the Narendra Modi government has been working relentlessly to ensure overall development of all the sections of society. She said the government is working with the vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Sabka Vishwas. The motion was seconded by BJP MP Shwet Malik, who highlighted the various welfare schemes of the government. Initiating the discussion, leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, questioned the government on the issue of unemployment.
Director General की उपस्थिति में
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said his ministry has decided to convert the experimental scheme for induction of women fighter pilots in the Indian Air Force into a permanent scheme. In a tweet, Singh said it is a testimony to the capability of India's Nari Shakti and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment towards women empowerment. A total of 16 women have been commissioned as fighter pilots after the experimental scheme for their induction. In 2018, Flying Officer Avni Chaturvedi of the Air Force became the first Indian woman to fly a fighter aircraft solo. India's first woman Rafale fighter jet pilot Shivangi Singh took part in the Republic Day parade this year. Steadily and surely, the dream of women to become fighter pilots is taking flight. Assam Cabinet today sanctioned more than 2,000 crore rupees for various development projects for the state. Addressing a press conference held at Janata Bhavan, Water Resource Minister Piyush Hazarika informed today's cabinet has sanctioned an amount of 958 crore rupees for construction of 114 road-cum embankments and 6 bridges in 26 districts. One of the key decisions taken by today's cabinet was to constitute a cabinet committee headed by Ministers Dr. Ranoj Pegu and Keshav Mahanta for finalizing a state emblem. Besides that, 450 crore rupees for a new medical college in Tamulpur, 1,031 crore rupees for 5 new roads in the state, 156 crore rupees for expansion of Rauria Airport in Jorhat district was also sanctioned by today's cabinet.
Rural bridges in Rasta, embankment, Mothauri Prot Rasta Poka Rasta, Aru, Sohon Bridge Burner Karone, Noho Koti Tokar, Onumudon Dise. Mukhamantri Dangoriai, Uhona Kurisile, Je Ami road cum embankment, Amar Jiman Homo Mothauri ase, that Poki Koron Nasile Agote. Homor maximum Mothauri Uportu Poki Nasile. গতিকে আমি ৰাস্তা আৰু মথাউৰি হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব ভালদৰে নোৱাৰিছিলো এতিয়া অসমৰ প্ৰায় 1000 কিলোমিটাৰ মথাউৰি এবাৰ আগতে অলপ চলপ আছিল মথাউৰিক আমি ৰাস্তা হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব পাৰিম তাৰ কাৰণে ৰুৰেল কানেক্টিভিটিত খুব ডাঙৰ ইনফ্ৰাষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ এটা আমাৰ হ'ল আমাৰ গাঁৱৰ মানুহখিনি বিশেষকৈ নৈপৰীয়া মানুহখিনিৰ কাৰণে খুব ডাঙৰ লাভ হ'ব তাৰ পিছত মথাউৰি সমূহৰ ষ্ট্ৰেংথেনিং হ'ব
And now we take a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Got it.
सोचिए अगर असल जिंदगी में ऐसी हालत हो तो कितनी मुश्किलें होती हैं, लेकिन शुक्र है बैंकिंग के लिए नहीं। अगर आपकी उम्र 70 साल से अधिक हो या आप दिव्यांग हो तो बैंक आपको कुछ जरूरी बैंकिंग सुविधाएं घर बैठे बैठे दे सकता है। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informed that all individuals involved in the recent IED blast at Kindalad in Shillong have been arrested. He said 4 arrests have been made in connection to the blast and further investigation is still on. After a cabinet meeting, the Chief Minister took to Twitter and appreciated the state police for their swift action in the matter. Staying with Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma inaugurated various development projects in the state. The Chief Minister inaugurated the Shillong Technology Park, which will create over 1,500 jobs for the youth. The Tech Digital's office space situated in the park was also inaugurated by the Chief Minister. He informed that this BPO will provide over 300 local employment opportunities and it is one of the IT companies in the tech park. Later, Chief Minister Sangma also inaugurated India's first flying and loom training center and silk production unit of Nela Handloom Training Center at Maukasiang, which is also the state's first traditional silk dhara production unit. The Naga People's Front NPF held its ticket distribution ceremony today for the coming assembly elections in Manipur at the NPF Central Office in Kohima. 10 candidates were selected from Chandil, Tengnopal, Fungyar, Ukhrul, Chingai, Karong, Mao, Tadubi, Tamai and Tamenglong. Dr. Shiroseli Lezeshu, president of NPP, congratulated the selected leaders and wished for their victory. Earlier, he handed over party tickets and pledged to the 10 candidates, while Reverend Dr. Vevo Pesau pronounced the blessing. NPF leader T.R. Ziliang, MP Dr. Logo S. Fozi, among others, were also present during the ceremony. Meanwhile, Congress has released another list of 10 candidates for the upcoming Manipur Assembly polls. Former Minister Ningthojam Biren Singh will contest from Sekmai. Sitting MLA Pukrem Sharat Chandra Singh, who left BJP and joined Congress, has been fielded from Moirang. Election to the 60-member Manipur Assembly will be held in two phases on 27th of this month and 3rd March. Four-time champions India is taking on Australia in the semi-final of the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2022 at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua today. The winner will face England in the final on Saturday. India won the toss and chose to bat first. India is at 10-4-0 till reports last came in. It may be mentioned that India Under-19 team so far has been unbeaten in the tournament, whereas Australia was defeated by Sri Lanka. In Mizoram, Chief Secretary to State Government Dr. Renu Sharma issued an order yesterday lifting restrictions on import of pork and pork products until further notice. The restrictions, which have been imposed since 19th August 2020 due to prevalence of African swine fever, was lifted since the disease is now under control and there has been no new cases since December last year. However, repopulation can only be done after following SOP for cleaning and disinfection of the infected premises as per the National Action Plan. Pigs and piglets should be purchased or imported only from disease-free states and neighboring countries. In the COVID-19 update for Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 2,497 active cases, even as discharge cases stand at 59,871. The tally for the dead is 288. In Assam, the active cases caseload is 19,461, while the cured cases account for 6,90,603. The death toll is 6,481. Manipur has 3,961 active cases, even as released cases account for 1,27,572. The death toll touched 2,050. Meghalaya has recorded 2,232 active cases, even as dismissed cases are 87,626. The tally for the dead is 1,529. With a caseload of 15,338 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,61,642 discharge cases, even as the dead account for 615. With 894 active cases, Nagaland has 32,894 discharge cases, even as the death toll is 736. Sikkim has 852 active cases, followed by 36,966 discharge cases, even as tally for the dead is 432. Reporting 2,809 active cases, Tripura has 96,732 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 913. And to end the news, the main points once again. Budget focuses on basic amenities for all, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rajya Sabha took up motion of thanks on President Kovind's address to both houses of Parliament. Assam Cabinet sanctions more than 2,000 crore rupees for development projects in this state. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma inaugurates Shillong Technology Park and Tech Digital's office in Shillong. And in semi-final of Under-19 Cricket World Cup in Antigua, India won the toss and chose to bat first. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.